Putting veterans first, that's what VA Secretary Doug Collins says is the priority now for the Department of Veterans Affairs. The Secretary sat down with our national security correspondent, Burke. He spoke about how God used his past seasons in his life to prepare him for his current mission.
Pastor, military chaplain, lawyer, congressman. VA Secretary Doug Collins has already lived many lives.
Could you have ever predicted the path that you would end up on?
Things come in seasons, and I think everything builds upon that preparation. If you'd have told me, back when I was pastoring a little church in Gainesville, Georgia, would I be, overseeing a VA with 400,000 people? Probably not. But lessons that I learned there prepared me for what I do here and all along the life. So I just encourage everybody, bloom where you're planted. It's amazing what you'll learn.
You mentioned this a little bit, but how have all of those different life experiences of your past, along with your faith, shaped the leadership style that you have and your vision for the VA?
So for me, it was just, I learned how to deal with people, how to handle problems, how to think differently, be compassionate, listen, but also fight and not back down on issues that matter and do so in a way, though, that at the end of the day, we can still find ways to find some agreement. The faith aspect is like my glasses that I wear. It's just how I see everything.
What exactly was behind the decision to join the military as a chaplain?
Well, it's something I wanted to do, that service aspect. It's always been something my family, my dad was in the National Guard. I was, it was just something I was drawn to. I thought I was going to possibly go earlier in the career, but I think, again, as we said earlier, the seasons of life were not ready yet. And be able to go in and minister in an environment like that is just a unique challenge.
And I was surprised to learn that you are actually still a military chaplain.
Yes.
Can you talk about why it was important for you to continue that, even as you have bloomed in other areas?
It's a sense of camaraderie. It's a sense of belonging. It's a sense of something bigger than yourself.
The skills honed over 23 years as a military chaplain now serve him well as Secretary Collins navigates the challenging aspects of his new role.
Many veterans face not just physical wounds, but invisible wounds. How are you looking to address veteran suicides?
The VA needs to be a bigger role than just simply an organization that talks about this. We've got to also encourage veterans to remember where they came from. In their services, you even leave anybody behind. Well, what happened to that after we got out? Do we still keep in contact with our friends? Do we still keep in contact with our veteran buddies? It's a whole cultural awareness that these are real issues. PTS is real issues. TBI, traumatic brain injury, moral injury. These things are real.
Another action that your office has taken that I'm sure hits close to home for you, you recently took action to prevent a Pennsylvania VA hospital and also any nationwide going forward from censoring its chaplains. Can you talk about why you felt you needed to step in there?
So for me, it was very simple. You're not going to, if they're preaching, they're doing their services in their faith tradition, they're going to do so regardless of who endorsed them to be there. Very easy, just a reminder of who we are and that we're not going to censor things when it comes to the matters of faith.
While he's just getting started, Collins says he's proud of the work the department has already done, especially the shift in focus back to its original mission.
We're not a jobs agency. We're not a employment group. We're not a function of something in the government. We're about service, and that's service our veterans. We only have one committed clientele, and that's a veteran, and they've earned that benefit. This
calling to service is a common thread through each season and career choice, with his faith in Christ at the center of it all.
As I start most every day, out of the gym and into my quiet times, it's just, okay, God, what do you want today? It is, let the thoughts and the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be pleasing to you.
Last question for me. When you leave this role, how do you hope to leave the VA?
Better than where I found it. To make a difference. Simple as that.
Pray for them. Let's make a difference with our veterans. The need is absolutely incredible, and you see the efforts of programs, and whether it's Tunnels to Towers or our own Helping the Home Front, the need among the veteran community is really intense. They've earned our respect. They've earned our support. Let's do everything we can to see that they're provided for. You can see the full interview with Secretary Collins on CBN News.